right, so I'm out here today in front of HEB here in Granbury, and we are going to be taking a look at the 5 best neighborhoods that are on the Fort Worth side of Granbury. We know a lot of people will work in Fort Worth and Granbury. Sometimes it's husband and wife, and one of the spouses will work in Fort Worth. And if you're on the Fort Worth side of Granbury, you can be 20 to 25 minutes from Fort Worth. And so I wanted to start the video here in front of HEB because it is on the Fort Worth side of Granbury, and there's actually 3 communities directly behind HEB. It's Meander Estates, Mallard Estates, and Bentwater. And then we're going to go take a look at 2 others that are actually even closer to Fort Worth. And that's going to be Saratoga and Gemstone Estates. So we have 5 neighborhoods, and we're going to be doing a dive into the 5, what I would say the 5 best neighborhoods for living on the Fort Worth side of Granbury. If this is your first time to the channel, we appreciate you tuning in. It is New Year's 2024. We've got a lot of good videos. Be sure to click that subscribe button and press that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know about everything there is to know about living in the Granbury and in the surrounding region. We're going to go jump into these videos, and we're going to do some drone footage. We're going to do some vlog tours. We're going to take a look at some properties that are for sale in each neighborhood, and then we're going to do some driving around. Also, I have 2 really important updates that's going to be on the Crescent side. That's going to be at the end of this video. Be sure to stay tuned to that. There's a couple of updates to some of the projects they've been working on, and it will affect, especially if you're interested in commuting to Fort Worth, it will affect your life and your travel there. So be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video. It's an important update for some stuff that's going on in Crescent. All right, let's do it. Okay, we're here at 2114 Cash Point in Bentwater Estates. We are at a property that sits on 1.2 acres. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home. It's listed for $420,000, and it was built in the year 2000, so it's 23 years old. This is a premier community. We're super high up with nice views. It's hard to see here. Nice views around. Bentwater is one of the premier communities, both for waterfront homes here in Granbury and for being on the Fort Worth side of Granbury. This property is not on the water, which is one of the reasons why it's priced pretty competitively. It's also priced well for being off the water. It does need some updates, flooring and some renovations to get it, more modern, but it is a fantastic buy. I think it's a steal deal for a property here in Bentwater. Highly recommend you check it out if you're looking for a property out here. This is a great opportunity, great buy, and we're going to do some driving around the neighborhood. Hope you enjoy the video today, and let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, we're at the next property. This one is listed at $660,000. It is not on the water. It was built in 2019, so it's just a few years old. It's a 4-bed, 3-bath home. Sits on 1.2 acres out here in Bentwater, and it is just a fantastic property. It's located on a cul-de-sac, and it is situated really high in the neighborhood. So again, you get some really nice views, some rolling hills. Just a great location, great property, brand new, high-end amenities. So it's just a great house and a great neighborhood. So at $660,000, 4-bed, 3-bath, it's 2813 heated square foot. Just a fantastic property here in Bentwater. If you have any interest, feel free to ping me for some information on it. All right, we are touring the neighborhood of Bentwater today, and we are looking at specifically a location called Liberty Pond. Liberty Pond. So you might see here behind me this sign with the name Liberty Pond on it. This is a pond out here in Bentwater, and it is just a beautiful spot. I don't know if you can see all the ducks that are out here, but they are just congregating around the pond today. Beautiful day out. It's cool weather. This is yeah, you can see them flying now. Yeah, I scared them off. Oh, they're gonna land back. So yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful pond out here in Bentwater. There are properties that sit across from the pond, really high up on the hill, so beautiful views of some of these properties. Fortunately, none of them are for sale at the moment. But you have little ponds like this that are around Bentwater, in addition to having some lakefront homes. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you a couple of the amenities. It is a beautiful location, great spot, and just overall very scenic views. So let's go on to the next one. We're going to be looking at a couple of other neighborhoods today, and we're going to jump into those right now. All right, we are here at Mallard Point on Lake Granbury. This is one of the premier neighborhoods for waterfront properties and one of the premier neighborhoods for being on the Fort Worth side of Granbury. This neighborhood is located behind HEB. It is very close to the neighborhood Bentwater, and this neighborhood is some of the most beautiful lots. The developer, when he developed this, left a lot of oak and cedar trees for just to give that nice feel to it. Some of the best locations on the lake of Lake Granbury. Just a fantastic location. There are boat slips available. There's 5 acres worth of parks here in the neighborhood. This is just one of the premier neighborhoods that you can live in on this side of Granbury. So Mallard Point is a fantastic location. There are 176 building lots here in the neighborhood, and they are all located on at least 1 acre. Just a very well-designed neighborhood. Nice lots, nice space, the homes not on top of each other. So if you're looking for a nice sized yard, this is one of the areas you can do it. I also have a property that's going to be coming up for sale here in the neighborhood. We're in the process right now of getting a few things done on the next property before we move. So we are in transition, but it is a property on about 1 acre. It does have a pool, and it has a nice executive office. It's going to be under $600,000, and if you have any interest in it, if it hasn't already gone on the market and sold by the time you see this video, shoot me a text, give me a call, and we can see if it's still available. But it's going to be a fantastic home that's going to go quickly here in Mallard Point. So with that, we're going to go take a quick look around. We're going to look at 2 properties that are currently available in Mallard Point, and then we will jump into the next one. All right, the HOA fees are $418 annually for Mallard Point on Lake Granbury. So with that, it is a very competitive price on a very nice neighborhood. All right, we're out here at Mallard Point on Lake Granbury, and we're looking at our first home out here that is between $800,000 and $900,000. This home is around $839,000 for sale, and it is sitting on 3419 heated square foot. 3419 heated square foot. It was built in 1997. This is a more developed neighborhood. Most of the homes out here are going to be 20 years old or so. That's kind of standard for the Mallard Point subdivision. It's sitting on 1 acre, has a 4-car garage, tons of amenities. Most of the homes out here, if you recall, are on 1 acre. And as you can see, there's some just beautiful homes all around on Mallard Point. Most of the yards are rather large, and there's a lot of space for the properties. There's also some very nice waterfront properties. So we're going to take a look at another property. It is right at $1.4 million, but it is a fantastic property on Lake Granbury. So it's also in the neighborhood. And if you recall, I have another property that's actually on this street coming up for sale, and it's going to be under $600,000. So you have opportunities like that to come up in the neighborhood as well. All right, this is our last property for Mallard Point on Lake Granbury. Today I'm at a property that is a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, built in 1999, and it is 3,093 heated square foot. It is located on a beautiful lot on Lake Granbury, and it is just a gorgeous and beautiful home. Very nice. I am gonna flip this around so that you can see it. It is just a fantastic property and really premium lot on Lake Granbury. It's hard to beat the location that you have here. It is listed at 1.39 million, and if you're in the market for a waterfront property, this one is certainly hard to beat. It is quite windy today, so hopefully that's not hitting the mic too much, so my apologies for that. But I have really enjoyed the tour around Mallard Point here on Lake Granbury. It is one of my favorite neighborhoods. It is on the Fort Worth side of Granbury, and it is one of the premier lakefront neighborhoods if you're looking for a nice lakefront home. The annual HOA fees out here on this lot is $418 a year. So the lots have different fees depending on where you're located. And this one sits on 1.13 acres. So a bunch of different price points. You know, I mentioned I have one coming up that's gonna be under 600,000. We looked at it 800,000 and we just saw a 1.39 million. Depending on what you're looking for, this neighborhood, you know, offers a pretty good range, but they're mostly gonna be over the 500 or under the million. You're gonna have quite a range of properties, but there are some premium properties that are, you know, over a million. So I appreciate you tuning in, and we're gonna continue our tour around. All right, look forward to it, thanks. All right, we're continuing our tour around Granbury. We're looking at the 5 best neighborhoods on the Fort Worth side of Granbury, and today we are taking a look at Meander Estates. I am here at the entrance, one of the entrances. There are 3 or 4 entrances to the neighborhood, and we're kind of stepping into the neighborhood, and you can kind of see homes are typically between 300,000 and 400,000 out here in Meander Estates. There are lots of opportunities for building. You can buy a lot and have someone build, or you can just buy one of the spec homes that are in the process of being built. When properties come up that are 15 to 20 years old, usually at a slightly better price. The new constructions are going to be a little bit more expensive usually. With that, great neighborhood, lots of space. HOA is $190 a year. Not much security or anything. I think it mainly just road maintenance and overall upkeep of the neighborhood. So great neighborhood. We're going to keep going. We're going to go take a look at the next one right after we take a look at 2 properties, both of them between 300,000 and 400,000. We're going to take a look at those 2, then we'll move on to the next neighborhood. All right, I'll see you there. All right, we are continuing our tour. We're in Meander Estates, and we are looking at an area where some new construction is happening. So I am going to flip this around so that you can see the property here. They have not installed the driveway. You can see that the property is basically done. And out here to the right, there are 2 lots that are available for sale where you can build a home. They're going to be being built here soon anyway. You know, spec homes or a custom. So this is going on all around Meander Estates. This is going on all around Meander Estates. There are lots of new construction projects that are going on. This property here is a 3-2. It's 1774 heated square foot, and it was obviously built this year. It's going to be finished this year, so 2024. The HOA fees out here in Meander Estates are $153 per year. And as far as the property goes, it's going to be, you know, tile floors, granite countertops, open floor plan, kind of kind of the standard expectation for properties around that price range. The price of the property is around $375. I believe, yeah, it's right at $375. So between $370 and $380 is the price point on it. We have another one that we're going to go look at in the neighborhood, and it is priced at $415. So I'm going to give you a view from this side. It's on a 1/4 acre lot. Most of the yard looks like it's going to be more on the sides than in the back. Yeah, you see nice white brick curb appeal, pretty stone. Nice property overall. So anyhow, let's go ahead and drive to our next property. We're going to go take a look at one that is in the 400 to 450 range. I believe it's around 415, 410, 415. We'll take a look at it and we'll get some more information on that. All right, I'll see you there. All right, we're at our next house out here in Meander Estates. This property is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It's built in 2019. It is a little bit bigger than the other house, over 2,000 square foot, and it is this property that is directly here behind me. I'm gonna flip this around so you ain't gonna see me in this. This property is currently on the market for $415,000, and it is in a part of the subdivision that was developed a little while back, so 2019, so 4 years ago. HOA fees are $190 a year on this part of Meander, so slightly more. It's on about a 1/4 acre lot as well, just like the other one, and just a really nice neighborhood. If you're just looking around at the properties, all the properties are basically new. They're all in decent sized lots. You can have a privacy fence in the backyard, but I don't believe you can let it extend to the front yard. But just it gives you an idea of what you have available out here. So hope you enjoyed the trip through Meander Estates, and if you have any questions about this property, about opportunities, if you want me to help you get connected with a builder, anything you need at all, property taxes, what are they here, any question like that, shoot me a text, send me an email, give me a call. I'd love a chance to connect with you. And as always, if we don't hear from you, we look forward to seeing you around Granbury sometime. All right, thanks. All right, we're jumping into a Google map view of these 3 neighborhoods that are on the Fort Worth side of Granbury. We've looked at Bentwater, Meander Estates, and Mallard Point on Lake Granbury. We looked at those 3 neighborhoods. We've driven around. We've gotten some drone footage. Now we're going to do a Google map view, and we're going to take a look at these 3 neighborhoods as they relate to the rest of Granbury and as they relate to Fort Worth. And that'll give us a good idea of what to expect, especially if you're maybe interested in one of those neighborhoods. And then next week, we're gonna shoot some footage of the other 2 neighborhoods, which was Saratoga and Gemstone Estates. And we're also gonna go give you the update for Crescent. We're gonna do some video footage of the update. So stay tuned for that. Let's jump into a share screen on Google Maps. We are looking at the city of Granbury here. So if we zoom out, we have Fort Worth and we have Dallas here. Granbury is in the southwest corridor of the Metroplex. And we're gonna zoom in to, here is Acton Highway, which is FM4. We started at HEB, and HEB is located right here. After HEB, we drove to the 3 neighborhoods. We would go down this street, which is Meander Road, and then we would take a left at Hideaway Bay, which is here. This is going to be the street that's going to lead into all 3 of these neighborhoods. Okay, so if I were to zoom out here, what you would see is that all the neighborhoods that we look at, all 3 of the neighborhoods are right here. They're all here. They're very close together, okay? We started by going to Bentwater, which, as you can see, is right here. Now, if we back up one of the entrances to Meander, the one that I took the video at, is right here. And the entryway to Mallard Point neighborhood is here. So if we were to zoom out, you can see how close together these three neighborhoods are. They're very different neighborhoods. Sure, there might be some similarities, but they're very different neighborhoods as far as what they offer and the feel of the neighborhoods. So when we look at these three neighborhoods, what we want to do for a moment is, let me get rid of these. Let's mark that on the, tell you what, we'll put a little red dot here. And all right, so if we are looking at Granbury and we're looking at this neighborhood that is located right here, let's see, right there. Look where it's located in relation to the city of Granbury. So if we're thinking about downtown Granbury and we're wanting to go look at the square, we're going to be right up in here. If we're thinking about the main part of the city, you know, from Walmart, where most of the stores are, we're going to be looking here, or the HEB. We're going to be looking right here, which is the kind of the two main stretches of 377. So if you're thinking about going into Granbury City, you know, you're literally 30 seconds to HEB and to some of the stores that are there, Michael's and other stores. If you're talking about Walmart, you're probably 6 to 7 minutes from Walmart and other restaurants. You are approximately the same 6 or 7 minutes from Granbury Square. You're right here near the city of Granbury. You're in a very good location, but you're still not in the city. You're still slightly out, but you're very close. If we were to look at the shot from there to Fort Worth, this road 377, you can be there in about 30 seconds. That's where HEB is located. You would basically take this road into Fort Worth and you're there. You're talking 25, 30 minutes, and you're crossing the boundary into Fort Worth. So the key is with these neighborhoods, they're on the Fort Worth side of Granbury. The key is that you do not have to drive through the main part of the city of Granbury in order to get to Fort Worth. And if you've watched any of my other videos, especially of Granbury, this part of 377, specifically right here, is a major pain point. And you will be backed up for an additional 30 minutes just to get from here to here at 7:30 in the morning. Will take you 30 minutes. The traffic will back up here. It will take you a good bit of time to get from here to here because of how bad the traffic backs up at this particular little intersection. So being on the Fort Worth side of Granbury, you bypass this bottleneck of traffic and you can be straight into Fort Worth without much trouble. And you're very close to 377. So it's a fantastic opportunity, these three neighborhoods. And like I said, we're going to transition into our other two neighborhoods on part 2. The reason we broken this into 2 videos is because this one just got kind of long, and we understand that. So we're going to make the next 2 videos and the Crescent update part 2 of the video, and we'll try to link that video to this one once we get it done, and then we will, you know, hopefully from there have a nice setup for the Fort Worth side of Granbury. So with that, I hope this was helpful. I hope this was informative for you. I hope it gave you a better idea of the neighborhoods in Granbury and specifically how they relate to Fort Worth. And like I've said, you know, we get people that reach out to us, calls, texts, emails every day that are looking for properties, you know, in Granbury or in Fort Worth, and they're trying to figure out where they want to live in relation to their job. And you know, maybe that job's not coming up for, you know, a week, a month, a year. Feel free to reach out to us. You know, there's no obligation. We'd love the chance to, you know, hear your questions, your concerns, give you some advice. And yeah, we always enjoy hearing from folks who are watching our videos and who may be enjoying them, and we appreciate it. So feel free to reach out to us, shoot us a text, send us an email, give us a call. We'd love the chance to connect with you, and you know, hopefully we hear from you. But if not, hopefully we'll see you around Granbury sometime. All right, look forward to it. Thanks.